What up, Raffleaders? Welcome back to my channel. We are at Eccles interchange. Eccles Peters Hall interchange here in Georgetown, Guyana. That is the East Coast Bypass Road where it meets this Eccles interchange. You've seen that in past video, and it continues across the interchange to Town along that road. So we're standing on the traffic circle. This is the island in the center of the traffic circle, and this is the one that has the pool and the jaguar. That's the jaguar standing in the center of the pool. It's Saturday morning, so there's a lot of cleaning going on here. They've been working on cleaning up the pool, it seems. So the pool is no longer green, but of course there is still dirt at the bottom of the pool. It's no longer pristine. They have redone the paving stones here, it seems. They've turned the paving stones here into some kind of advertising slogan that says "One Guyana." Alright, so they've put that into the paving stones here. And that's looking north towards Georgetown across the pool here. Maybe it's the guys working on the maintenance. So somebody seems to be paying a little bit of attention to the landscaping here, which is a good thing. The problem, of course, is that this is not something that's being done all around the city, because this landscaping could become the standard, could become the norm, but apparently only places like this can receive that kind of attention. But hopefully we will learn from this. Now that's the Heroes Highway section heading towards Georgetown. Alright, that's Heroes Highway along north through Houston and so on. And this is Heroes Highway South. The reason why we're back in this neck of the woods is because I wanted to confirm and verify the entrance to the Demerara River Bridge. See, the last time we were here, it seems as if they had just started working on the entrance. And my observation from what I've showed in that video is that preparation would become a traffic circle. So my argument was that based on the work that I've seen going on there, which at that point had just been building a culvert and a huge drain with retaining walls. And my theory is that when they've done that, based on my observation, they're probably going to put another traffic circle in there for the entrance to the bridge. But people in the comments are telling me, no, they're going to build a flyover, they're going to build an overpass. And I'm saying, no, this is not how Guyana does things. Guyana does not know how to build. Guyanese don't build overpasses. They build roundabouts. So the reason why I'm coming back to this location to see the entrance of the bridge again is to verify for my own observation, intuition, that they are in fact building a roundabout and not an overpass. Now this is the highway, Heroes Highway, as it turns south again. It's a slight detour curvature in the road where it turned a little bit west at Eccles, that interchange, and now it turns south again. People are asking me to show some of the new housing developments that are being constructed. I have deliberately not focused on housing, but I will in the future give you an update on some of the new housing developments that are being built, including the new Silica City, which I have not yet visited, I have to admit. But as it takes shape, I think it's time for me to show you what has been happening in terms of housing in Guyana. Now, the people from Diamond have been inviting me for a long time to showcase their development in their neck of the woods. That is Diamond and Great Diamond, particularly the residential parts of the housing, and I haven't done so yet. It's a Mahindra. That is Mahindra Motors. Like I said, a lot of these vehicles now are from India because, of course, the Indian government is helping to build some of these roads. East Coast Bypass Road, one of them is. So I'm going to show you some of the housing in some of the future videos. That's a multi-story residential building being built in the, I think it's the Windsor Estates compounds. All these buildings here, these are Windsor Estate. They're inside the compound of Windsor Estate. And Windsor, I think, is building some multi-unit apartments in their complex. That's one of them. It's like a low-rise, and that high-rise is in the neck of this neck of the woods, this Windsor Estates neck of the woods. But there are a number of private developers building gated communities around the country, some of them along the East Bank and some of them on the East Coast. And people have asked me to show some of these residential buildings, what they look like. And part of it is, of course, a lot of Guyanese now, for my age and older, are thinking about retiring and planning for retirement and want to see what is available for retirement in Guyana. So I'm going to do a series on that. Retiring in Guyana, what it means, what it will cost. People want to know what it costs to rent. Last time I examined the rental departments, that is the rental units that are available, I've actually looked at some of those rentals. I think for a reasonable 2-bedroom apartment in Guyana, it used to be about $600 US. That price has gone up significantly, and I'm going to have to do another series of videos where I review what is available to rent and to buy in Guyana and what the prices are. But of course you can talk directly with real estate agents in Guyana who will give you much more accurate and up-to-date information about rentals. So if you want to buy or rent, contact one of our real estate agents and they'll give you up-to-date facts and figures. So this, what we're approaching here, is the entrance of the this construction work is at the entrance to the New Demerara River Bridge, and we're gonna take a look again and see whether we can determine what they're building, what their construction, whether they're actually going to build an overpass or an underpass. So the approach to the Demerara River Bridge. Now they've already started building the bridge itself, the ramp down off the bridge, which I've seen in the previous video, just a glimpse of it behind the houses. I'm going to take a direct look at it in the future. But let's see what they're building here. So this is the work that is being done here at the Heroes Highway. Now, I think these guys are working on a drain, right? With the retaining walls and so on. But there are people who are telling me that this is not a drain, this is going to be an underpass and all that stuff. I'm not concerned. I'm not satisfied that that is the correct interpretation of what's going on here. So this is what they have constructed so far. They're laying out drainage canal. And that looks like a drain. Right, the retaining walls for a drain. This guy, for example, is putting in pegs in the ground to mark the drain. And these guys are also working on what seems to be a wider section of drain. From my observation, right, just looking at the way this is shaping up, it seems to me that they are going to build a roundabout here, and this drainage system is going to be under the roundabout. It's happening on both sides of this culvert. We're going to take a closer look at the other side in a second. But yes, I don't see an underpass here, guys. I don't know what people who are telling me this is going to be an underpass, I don't know what they're seeing. But I see what it looks like. Morning. Morning. I see what looks like a drainage system, a huge culvert. Oh, these guys are saying hi. So a lot of these guys are immigrant workers. Yeah, a lot of these guys are immigrants coming in from Cuba and Venezuela and so on to work here in Guyana, providing much needed labor force. But this is a huge drainage system for me, right? So this is what it looks like to me, a huge drainage system. I think eventually on top of this drainage system they're going to build a traffic circle. Right on top of this drainage system, it seems to me they're going to build a traffic circle. But I don't see this as anything more than a drainage system. As you can see along the drains there. They're building continuation of the drainage system. Now my guess is the reason why they're making such a wide circle is that this is going to become the road for the traffic circle. Right, this is going to become the road for the entrance. That's Heroes Highway looking north. That's Heroes Highway looking south. And yes, guys, this is clearly to me a drainage system. See, they're covering the drains here in this section. On this side, this is the western side of the highway, the west side of the highway. And as you can see, huge retaining walls and a culvert. So all that is going to become part of the drainage system underneath what I believe will be an interchange, a traffic circle. So for those of you who think this is going to be an overpass, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I disagree. If you want to put some money on it, you want to bet, I'm willing to take that bet, because they don't build overpasses in Guyana. They build traffic circles. So this is going to be a culvert, and I think what these guys are doing is covering it so that eventually they can pour concrete. So when they pour the concrete, they're going to have both the retaining walls and the top. It's like a huge bridge. And then straight ahead you can see in the distance, that is the Demerara River Bridge. Those are the pillars coming up out of the river. Right, those are the tall pillars that will hold up the cables to support the bridge. But this is what's happening here, guys. This is what's happening in this neck of the woods. Now this building straight ahead that you can see, that is actually a multi-unit apartment building in the complex of the Windsor Estates. Like I said, some people want me to show them what's happening in housing in Guyana. I'm going to spend some time in future showing you the new housing developments, new gated communities that are being built. Some of them are actually completed, some of them are halfway through completion, and they're all along the east coast and the east bank. I'm going to come around to showing you that in the future, near future. But this is what's happening here in this neck of the woods at the entrance to the Demerara River Bridge. I thought I'd come back now because people were arguing in the comments that this is somehow going to be an overpass. I guarantee you Guyanese don't know how to build overpasses, and I do agree that an overpass, or at least some on-ramps, elevated on-ramps, cloverleaf entrances to the bridge would be the most efficient way to do it, but I don't think that that's what's happening here. They're actually building drainage canals, very narrow ones, I might add, because based on the width of the drains being built, I would say those are very narrow canals. And the trucks here are carting away the excess landfill that's being dug up and bringing in sand. So major construction work going on here. traffic backed up for a bit because, of course, everybody has to wait for these trucks. So that's what's happening here, guys. This is one of the few intersections along the Heroes Highway that actually has a turning lane. Those of you who still don't understand the importance of turning lanes, this is what the turning lane does. It allows traffic to wait at the intersection before turning, but they don't have to wait in the passing lane. So without turning lanes, the traffic would back up at these intersections. Thankfully, the government has now learned that turning lanes are important. The problem is, of course, this is not sufficient. You need a turning lane in both directions. Traffic turning onto the road also needs turning lanes. In other words, a lane so that they can get up to speed. So that when a car turns onto this highway, for example, this one is doing right now, it doesn't turn directly into the fast lane, which is what you have to do. But you can turn into a turning lane, then get up to speed and merge with the fast lane. But like I said, there's no experience with building highways in Guyana, and the people who are arguing with me in the comments have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. But this is it, guys. This is what's happening in this neck of the woods. We are now at the intersection with East. That is the Heroes Highway and Red Road. I saw this intersection recently in a previous video, but this is what's happening here. These are some of the new apartment buildings that are being built in this neck of the woods here in Providence, and these are the construction works going on here at this new entrance that is being built. New entrance to the road, to the river bridge, to the Demerara River Bridge. I'm going to continue further along investigating some of the housing in this neck of the woods in future videos. But for now, I just wanted to return to this location so that we can see what's happening with the entrance to the Demerara River Bridge. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing economy in the world here in Guyana. Later!